My favourite book is Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, written in 1931, and it's a dystopian novel which offers two extremes. So one of them is a world that you just feel strong emotion and pain, and the converse to that is a world of instant gratification and everything is, it's like blissful ignorance essentially. Not usually. I usually prefer non-fiction. I generally find it easier to get into. I really like autobiographies and also science books. I just think, I feel like I can relate to autobiographies a lot. It's really interesting to hear real life stories. Not particularly, just because they are very extreme characters. So I think I'd probably be somewhere in between the two main characters, but definitely if I were to relate to one, it would be the savage, which is the one that really wants to feel emotion and pain. Yeah, I think it really made me reconsider the way I view this world, because exaggerating two aspects of a world can really put them into perspective for you. No, I definitely would. I think it's a really good and classic read that, a lot of people should read. Yeah, it was read to a lot.
And what kind of books?
Um, like classic, like fairy tales and stories when I was young. And then when I was a bit older, my dad read a lot of science books to me, like Dr. Carl and things like that. A lot of non-fiction when I was older. Yeah, my family are all pretty avid readers. My dad reads a lot of non-fiction. My mum really likes fiction, but she also likes autobiographies and things like that as well.
To read on an ebook or a traditional paperback?
I really like both. I've got a Kindle and I love reading on my Kindle because I can pick it up at any time and it saves where you're up to and you can switch between books, and it's really good for when you're on like public transport because it's just small and available. But I think that nothing can really replace reading a paperback book as well, and I think it's important to have some paperback books, and they're really nice to read, and they tell another story, especially if you've gotten it from a parent or a grandparent and you feel like you're sharing in their experience. A lot of the things I read were school books, essentially. I wasn't as into reading when I first started school around year 7, so a lot of the things I initially read were required readings for school, but from there I really started to like what we were reading in school, and I definitely branched out more, and I'd ask my dad for recommended books and my sister as well.